Had a fantastic weekend. I did. I had a really good weekend. It was really nice to unplug, and I think unplugging leads to better overall content because it leads to me being less burnout, even if I am not putting out as much content as I once was, which I'm going to try to get back to, but life is hard. So for anybody listening in the car, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a great drive. For anybody watching along on stream, thank you so much. What is up, everybody in the channel? Like I said, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. This will be a pretty interesting one. I have a few topics I wanted to talk about because, of course, things happen over the weekend when I'm gone. Now, I want to preface from, say, like Thursday midday to probably yesterday around 6 o'clock. I was basically totally unplugged, like utterly unplugged. So I was totally out of the loop on everything that happened. But we did have Rigel Miner release a new update. Of course, I got a text about it when it happened, and I was a little busy at the time, so I was like, I'll deal with it later. And then we had Zephyr take a dump apparently because of FUD. So we'll talk about all of those topics. So first question is, are you guys still mining Zell? I'm going to post that in the poll. I want to know if you guys are still mining Zell. And if you are, how are your profits doing? I'm just going to put, are you mining Zealous? Or are you... So I noticed this weekend that it has gone down in price a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I've also noticed that Rigel Miner has been increasing the power draw of these things. Yes, you're getting more hash, but you're paying for it. Now, obviously, he is, it's a memory algorithm, so he's increasing your hash rate, but you're not quite saving the same amount of power as you were before. It is definitely interesting in terms of, is it worth updating to the latest miner? Now, if you look at, I've been comparing them, and I'm going to do a deeper dive in that, and I'll probably have a video out later today or tomorrow morning on that. But if you kind of look at, I didn't update one of my miners. Which one is it? So I was looking at one of mine, and it's an older miner. I haven't updated it. It's still at 155 kilohash, and it's doing 118 watts. And these newer ones are at about 185 to 200, but they're doing between, I got to pull one up, and I'll try to pull one up so you guys can see it, but they're doing up to 200 watts, but at 200 kilohash, but at 200 kilohash, some of these things are using up to like 130 watts. So are we really saving too much? And I'm going to answer some, I'm going to talk to the chat real quick. Jock Miner UK says, nope, I've never mined it. NerdBeast says hello, and he says, for the amount of people mining and selling it, it has been fairly stable. Yes, actually, Zealous has been really stable. If we look at live coin watch on the price of it right now, right? If you look at the price of Zealous, it's at about 1787. It's gone up about 20% in the last 7 days. Now, I've been mining and selling it daily, and that's quite impressive. So we're at 20% gain, or 17.82% gain in the last 7 days, and it's up 0.66% today, which isn't bad. But I feel like we're getting a lot more people who are mining it. Some other YouTubers have been making content on it. A lot of people were kind of hesitant to mine it because of, because of the there's no calculator on it. Like if you look at hashrate.no, it doesn't show up. Nobody knows how to calculate whether these things are profitable or not. And honestly, that's probably good for us because if you look, I'm looking at, I'm on hashrate.no, basically saying iron plus prim is the most profitable thing for NVIDIA, and Chlor is the most profitable for AMD, minus the BC160s, which says iron is what you should be mining. It's funny, I am mining Chlor on a lot of my AMD GPUs right now. So it is interesting that it doesn't show up anywhere on there, which is definitely good for profitability. But a lot of people are still seeing it. Jock Miner UK says, aren't memory algorithms supposed to use more power? Yes, they are, but we were in kind of a nice space where the miners weren't fully optimized. So you were using, less power as far as memory algorithms go, and you were still making good profit. But now that the miners are getting better, they're using more power. So the power advantage of just mining Xelis is starting to go away, which I wonder if that will pop people off of the network. Something interesting to consider. Catching up on the chat. NerdB says he's stream hopping like you. I definitely appreciate everybody who's jumping in the stream, and I hope I am entertaining enough for you to stay with me. I'm really excited about this one. Like I said, I feel super reinvigorated. So what I did want to say is I wanted to talk about how Rigel miner, it's a good miner. It's just, it's starting to use a lot more power. And one of the things that I'm going to do, I don't have my test bench up, but I was going to play with some of, I'm going to be trying to figure out the perfect 3070 settings, whether you want to jam out hash or not, because I feel like the latest Rigel miner update has my 3070s going anywhere from like 215 kilohash, or I'm sorry, 210 kilohash, all the way down to like 85 kilohash. Or I'm sorry, 210 kilohash all the way to like 185 kilohash. So I definitely wanted to work on a video later to see if we can find the best 3070 settings again, because I'm not sure if my settings are aging as well as I would have hoped. For clocks, it's more or less like Dynex, just a bit lower power. Yeah, I mean I showed you guys my settings from last week. Let me get those up. I had my settings for last week up. I think I might have lost them actually. And it was basically for the 3070s. It was something along the lines of a core offset of 275, a locked core of 1605, a memlock of 1300. I'm sorry, mem offset of 1300, and a locked memory of 6001 instead of 5001. I'm debating, like I said, I'm going to be, after my stream probably, I'm going to be changing that only because I'm going to be tweaking it anyway, because my hash rates are all over the place with my 3070s, and I'm not sure if I want to change them up a little bit. NerdB says it's easy to calculate, just mine for 24 hours and see if it makes sense for you. Yeah, look, I agree with you. Like, that's what I've been telling anybody. You just leave it on for 24 hours and you see if it was profitable. You can mine directly to an exchange or whatever you want to do. Like, I've literally been keeping track of the profitability daily. Now, I had some rigs go down yesterday and I had to do some maintenance, because it seems like whenever you go somewhere or you do something where you don't interact with your miners for a few days, even if you're checking on them, something happens and they get borked and you have to fix them and you want to punch your head out. I will say, though, something to note is the 170HXs on Xelis right now are not doing as good as like a 3090. The 170HXs are about almost 300, and the 3090 is floating around there too. So that is definitely interesting. I don't know. I'm assuming they're just not optimized as much. The 4060 Ti is doing okay. You're at about 113 to 117. Which isn't that terrible considering it's using a little bit less power compared to the 3070, which is about 200, but it's using more, obviously, because it's a memory algorithm. So that is interesting to note. As far as I'm aware, we have not seen a new SRB miner yet. I wonder if Xelis is even on mining pool stats. Okay, Xelis is now on mining pool stats. And obviously, K1 pool has most of the hash rate. Look, I don't care about that supporting a network nonsense. You jump on the Hyatt, you jump on the pool that has the most, and you'll make the most money. It's just simple as that. So I've been doing a ton on K1 pool, and I love K1 pool, and I'm biased because I think you should join it. And if you join it via my link, you will get a tiny bit. I will get a tiny bit of your profits, like 1% of 1%. It's really nothing, but it definitely does help the channel. But if you notice, it's basically 24% unknown, which is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like an FPGA farm or something like that. Or maybe just people still mining on their own nodes. Because it could just be people still solo mining. So that would be interesting to see. Also, guys, please feel free to smash that like button. NerdBeast asked me if I've checked Viper Pool. No, I haven't. I know Viper Pool is a great pool, and I would definitely recommend using it. But I am going to stay on K1 Pool. I honestly rotate between K1 Pool, Viper Pool, and Hero Miners. I have nothing bad to say about any of those pools. It comes down to your personal preference. Zapirate is saying what I get with the CMP 100s. He gets about 182 kilohash. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a 3070. He's using 1305 on the core, 400 on the core offset, 805 on the mem clock. Can you do anything with the memory offset too? And that's not bad. That's basically kind of like, that's decent 3070 numbers. And if you're getting these things cheaper than a 3070, they definitely do better on other algorithms. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we have a new Rigel miner. And like I said, I think we need to just look at the overclocks a little bit. It may not make sense just to smash the highest overclocks in there. And I will be doing a video on that. I had some stuff with my kid this morning. He's graduating preschool. So I had some stuff with that. And then I had to jump on the stream. So I didn't get a chance to do that yet. And I plan on doing that. Like I said, I'll have a video out later this afternoon, I think, on it. Playing with the new Rigel miner. As far as the new, I didn't see a new SRB miner. I'm going to see if they have a new one out. I did not see one. It still is on the older miner where the hash isn't too hot. And especially after the latest Rigel miner, I definitely would not recommend using SRB yet. I hope they get it working, and I hope they get it working well. So I'm definitely supporting him. And if you want to help him test it, definitely feel free to do it. He's very bad at me for my video, but I'm not sorry about it. I don't think you should be mining with your AMD GPUs on SRB yet, unless you're testing. So, jumping into chat again, Ozzy says, what I miss, I'm driving out to the farm right now. Got you playing on the stereo. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Ozzy, we're just talking about new Rigel miner and SRB miner, and we were talking about how the hash for, the profitability for xelis has gone down a little bit. And I was saying that maybe new Rigel miner is warranting more dialed in overclocks, because you can definitely get it from, like, the range of what you can do now is quite big, from 175 to 200. Ozzy says he has a CPU spec play for you guys that pays more than Zeph. Shoot me a DM on it, and if it's worth it, I'll definitely shoot it out there. I'll be talking about CPU mining short, probably in 15, 20 minutes. We'll be talking about Zephyr, but I want to keep going on xelis for right now. Jersey Jody, yeah, I was excited to look at the upgraded hash rate with new Rigel. Then I saw the power usage. Yeah, so it's a memory algorithm. I don't think there's a reason to use the old Rigel miner, because the power, it still uses more power with less hash. I will be playing with it today, like I said, and hopefully I'll have an answer for you guys. But right now, I was just looking at one or two rigs that I did not upgrade to the new one, and it doesn't seem like it's, it doesn't seem like you're losing a lot, honestly. The power usage is still there. I think it depends on GPUs, and it might mean that you want to dial in your overclocks a little more. Now, I will only be doing that farm-wide, as I don't have the patience to dial in 3070s. But some of the GPUs definitely benefited. 1660 Supers now are smashing out 60 kilohash. So that's not bad at all. I'll be, and I'm going to be playing around with the 2060, 2080 Ti and the 1080 later this week. And I'm getting a 1080 Ti coming in. CT Mine says, sup, Krootman. I said, what's going on? NerdB says, SRB miner has always run hot on my CPUs too, so I have not used it for Excel on AMD though. If it was worth mining with them, I would definitely tell you to do it. It's just not there yet. And what's going on? CT Mine, he said, sup, Krootman. I said, thank you for joining, buddy. Nerdbeast asks Ozzy what cards he's using. And Jersey Jet says he has a 3900X mining Retcon core now, working on a third smart node. Yeah, I definitely am going to probably be moving off Zephyr. I need something else. I might throw them back on Cubig. Honestly, I'm in this weird spot where I don't know what to mine with CPUs. We will like I said, we'll move on to CPUs shortly. It looks like a lot of people still aren't mining xelis, which I find super interesting. Is there a reason that you guys aren't mining it? It's definitely really interesting that you're not. Nerdbeast says he has a node on retcon core, but they keep increasing the collateral and the node keeps stopping. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, when you do newer coin, like where we are in GPU mining, we're all over on spec plays and other things, and it's kind of like, I mean, you're gonna have problems with it. So if you don't check it, it's not worth it. CT Mine asked what my 3090s are getting. I have one 3090, and I haven't been able to get it stable. Again, after this, I'll be doing a big video. I just haven't had the time to mess with it, so I just shut it down. But I know the 3090 was doing better than the 170HX as far as xelis goes. Because like my 170HXs are only doing 290 right now. And I know the 30, and they're using about 155-ish watts. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, if you want to get into the spec plays, you're definitely going to need a virtual machine computer so you can set up nodes and mine the nodes, and you're going to need to know a little bit of networking as well. And CT Mine says he got 337 on a 3090. That's wild. I just think they're not... I'm trying to figure out the word. Rigel isn't optimizing the 170HX as much as he should be. And I get it. Not many people have it. So that's definitely interesting. But what else are you guys mining right now? Like, I'm looking at other coins right now. A lot of stuff is down. Like, looking at the Ironfish price. Iron is up a little bit, but it's down 8% in the last week. It's trading at $1.40 right now. Looking at Carlson. Carlson is at 0.0039. And, I mean, it's up 1% in the last 7 days, but we're down 45% in the last 30 days. It's wild to me. Are you guys mining Pyrum? Because I know Pyrum is showing up on hashrate.no. And price of Pyrum is down 7% in the last 24 hours. Actually, let's look. What is the hash rate of Pyrum? And I wonder, I'm going to look at xelis real quick. I wonder if they have an accurate way to keep track of the hash rate. It's kind of nice that we can at least see what the hash rate is on mining pool stats. Let me move my big ugly mug out of the way. We're going to try to reload it. Hash rate history. Going to see if that hash rate can go on. Let's see. All right, so the hash rate of xelis, it went down and now it's going back up. That's interesting. So I don't even know how to read this properly. So May 14th, we were at about 14 gigahash. Now we're at about... No, hold on. That's a lie. We were at about 70 gigahash. And now we're at about 361 gigahash. Wow. So there's definitely a lot more people on xelis right now. So I don't know. Okay. So is that more people or is that the miner? Because like if you look at Rigel releases, right? Let's look at the releases. Rigel released his first one on last week. So what day was this released? This was released last week. So I don't know. What day last week? Let's just say it was last Monday. 13. It was last weekend sometime. So let's just say it was released on like the 12th, right? Which took a 3070 from 60 to 130. So it like, okay, so it would have caused the hash rate to jump to double. So that's about right. So it was at 14 gigahash on the 14th. People started using Rigel Miner. I would say mass adoption hit, I don't know, sometime mid last week. So I don't know, let's just say the 15th. And then another miner came out last week. So maybe the jump happened around then. I mean, you're looking at so it went from 70 on the 83 on the 15th to like 289, which I guess if you look at the jump from 56 to, I mean, you know, last week the new miner hit. It was taking it to about 160. So that's about a 3x jump. So if you're looking at 83 times 3, it's about 250. So I guess that would make sense. So the hash rate hasn't gone super crazy. But then it went from 266 to 485. So is that just more people jumping on it or more people updating their miners? So that's interesting. So like it's kind of because we keep getting more hash and we got even more of it this weekend. So is it like, are people now finally just starting to upgrade, or is it just double the amount of people went on the network? So in theory, are we really at like 161 if we were going by the original numbers from May 16th? Obviously the hash rate doubled, but are we talking about the same amount of GPUs? Like, did it really only double from May 14th, or did it double from May 18th? So it's just something interesting to think about. So it's kind of hard to quantify the hash rate, especially if SRB gets another miner out. Well, I don't know. If Rigel gets another miner out that improves the GPU performance even more, it might be a little difficult. But if SRB gets a really good miner out, I think you'll see the hash go up even more. So we better hope the price of xelis goes up to like 20, 25 cents or 20, 25 bucks, or the profitability is definitely going to go down. Catching up on chat. Jersey Jedi says, I am doing 216 kilohash on a 3080 at 172 watts and 347 on a 3080 Ti at 226 watts. Yeah, it seems like the 3080 Ti and the 3090 are the goats on this now. Please smash that like button, by the way. We're about 35 people listening. I really appreciate it. Ozzy says he'll be back in the chat in 20. Hard to type while I'm driving. Nobody, listen. Please, everybody, do not type while you are driving. This is entertainment. Hopefully, don't get into an accident over entertainment. Be safe. Drive safe. Please, I'm begging you. Type in chat when you get to where you're going. We're not going anywhere. I'm going to do about an hour-long stream today. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on if we're having a good time. CT Mine says, gotta go. See you later, Kroot. Got work. Yep. Thank you for joining me on your lunch break. Again, guys, this is just to give you entertainment during your lunch break and talk about what I've been up to and what we've been up to this past weekend. Now, just remember, I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12. Hobbyist Miner does Tuesday and Thursday at noon as well. So Pirate says, AMD cards have potential. Yeah, I hope, listen, so if, for example, if you can do about 185 to 202 on a 3070, I would expect BC250 to be able to do about 200. 175 to 200. And if they can't, then we'll have a problem. Because remember, you just have to look at ETH numbers to try to get a baseline as far as what, say, a 3070 and a BC250 can do. And you should have, so you can establish that they should be similar in performance. So we should be getting about, 175 to 200 kilohash on the BC250, unless Rigel Miner keeps optimizing these even more. We will see. I know a 3070 on Zill, which is ETH hash, basically should get us about 120 to 130 watts. So that's something to consider. Nerdbeast says, I was able to just hit a sell order of $20 on one of those crazy green handles. That's awesome. I was debating if I should put an automatic sell order in. I'm just selling daily because I'm trying to pay my power and I'm trying to buy more Lithium. Lithium was stupid cheap, by the way. Again, none of this is financial advice. Remember that. But Lithium was stupid cheap for a while. It was trading at like $1. Lithium was trading at like $1.30 for a minute there. And I was riding $1.20, and I was riding that wave. I was more worried about acquiring as much lithium as I could than whatever Zeph price was at. So that's what I've been doing. J-Roo says, ever heard of Rogu, new memory coin? No, there's so many new memory coins, hard to keep up. I've heard of new memory coins. I've heard of new Carlson hash coins. There's just so much to do that you have to kind of pick something and go with it. Ozzy says BC250s are doing good on Xelis. No, they're not doing good on Xelis right now, Ozzy. They're awful on Xelis right now. SRB needs to get a better miner out for them to do good on Xelis, but I think they will. Golden Wolf says, good morning from Seattle. He's driving. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Hope you're having a good drive. Miner says, I only text on my motorcycle, which I don't have. Cheebiz. Please don't text on a motorcycle. Goodness. Please don't do that. All right, so we've hit about we're about halfway through the podcast. Zig Miner says, "What's up, Krootman? I'm selling daily as well. Got to pay that power bill." Yeah, man, I got to pay that power bill. I can't be risky as much as I'd like to be. Got to pay that power bill. Got to pay the electric man. So I am selling. I'm enjoying the higher prices, but yes, I did sell 3 days at this higher price, so that was actually nice. And I'm gonna start selling a little bit of iron too, which I'm not thrilled about. If you see iron's prices down a little bit, I was hoping it would be higher up, but again, I'm kind of trying to get as much lithium as I possibly can right now. So I feel like we talked a decent bit about xelis. It's cool that it is on mining pool stats now. I think it's only a matter of time before it gets on hashrate.no. But by that time, it may not even be worth mining. We will see on that. But I have no idea on the long-term future of xelis. I would like to see it potentially triple mineable. So, here's hoping for that. Knock on wood. But I kind of wanted to talk about Zephyr next. I was gone this weekend, so I didn't see it. I don't really check prices. Like I said, when I disconnect, I disconnect. But Zephyr, look at Zephyr. What on earth happened to Zephyr in the last 24 hours in its price? Zephyr fell. So Zephyr at 10 p.m., I guess my time, was trading at $5.92. At 2, it was trading at 2 p.m. It was trading at $6. Then all of a sudden at 10 a.m., I guess on the 20th, it says today. I guess this was yesterday. I don't know, but it looks like the price of Zephyr tanked to. No, this is today. Let's go to the last 7 days. The price of the price of Zephyr on 5/16 was $7.62. Probably should have sold it there. Jesus. On May, looks like May 18th at 1 p.m. the price shot down to $2.02. Jesus. A lot of people were saying that. I asked a couple people on Twitter about it, and they basically said it was just FUD. That there was something wrong with the Zephyr stable coin, and I didn't even know Zephyr had a stable coin, but apparently it does. Like I said, I didn't even know that it did. But if you look at the Zephyr, it has stable dollars, and it's not pegged because it's at 96 cents, but apparently it depegged pretty hard, down to about 92 cents, which obviously scares the bejesus out of people. But look at this massive sell-off. But I don't know, guys. I kind of find it interesting that it went down to $2, and now it's back up to like almost $6. It's trading at about $5.26 right now. Was that market manipulation? Was it FUD? It sure sounds kind of shady. Yeah, guys, like if I had seen this Zephyr dump, I would have probably bought a bunch. Not financial advice, but I probably would have bought a bunch and then sold back up. You would have 3x'd your money. It definitely seems like, I don't know, man. It seems like a good way to have made money. Like, part of me kind of wants to dump my Zephyr bag, but I don't have a lot of it because, like, if this kind of market manipulation can happen once, it'll happen again. And theoretically, it could happen on any crypto. So this isn't me banging the alarm. But, like, I don't know, guys. It kind of makes me feel like it was a little awkward. Like, I don't know if I want to keep my CPUs on it. Because looking at, I have 3900Xs on it. And like a 5900X on it. And right now, they are currently making $2.28 a day. I have 8 3900Xs and a 5900X. And I'm making $2.50 a day. Kind of makes me want to pull off of it. So, like, I don't know. So, I'm catching up on chat. Zigminer asked what my lithium goal is. Zigminer, I will get back to you on that. I hope, by the way, I hope nobody held this from 45. I sold when Zephyr was at its top. I was selling daily. I didn't care. I was taking the profits and paying off my power with it. Nerdbeast says, or Chris Hanley says, I still haven't sold a single coin. You are way more brave than I am, man. I don't trust a lot of these altcoins that much. And if I miss out, I miss out. Nerdbeast says, I missed a Zeph dump, which I would have gotten it at $2. Yeah, man, me too, me too. Chris Hanley says, Zeph swap dev fudded the Discord and Twitter. Well, that's pretty crappy. I mean, Zeph rallied, but I don't know, guys. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Like, if you didn't lose anything, are you upset about it? Obviously, you missed a buying opportunity. But, like, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like maybe I'll keep my Zeph bag because it's small, but I'll just move my CPUs to something else. I don't know. I'll get back to that as soon as I want to go back over more of the chat, and then I'll go back to that opinion. Eat Ted says it has more to do with the Discord mod trying to take it over with a couple of other people. He was saying that he was making another fork of it. Oh, that's annoying. But you're gonna get forks of forks of forks of forks. I mean, I feel like that's a natural way things work. Like, I truly believe once ZIL goes POS, you'll see a ZIL fork because there's way too much money that people are missing out on. Nerdbeast says someone went rogue and tried to create a fork and then started fudding it to push people to the new fork. Devs came back and shared a bunch of information, and it seems like it helped bring it back. Ozzy says, I sold 900 of it at $45. That is awesome. And then the rest at $6. Zigminer says he has all CPUs on Wart. And Techman says we always want more. Yeah, everybody wants more. Of course we do. I actually have my BC250s, half of them on Wart. That's something I want to talk about too. So, actually, I do want to ask you guys, are you still on Zephyr or what are you on? I think I'm going to be moving my CPUs to Cubic. I'm debating if I want to do it now to try to get lucky on this epoch or just wait a day or two. I feel like since I'm only literally making like $2, $3, well, the profitability keeps going up on it. I don't know. I'm torn on if I want to pull off Zephyr or wait until the new epoch because I just did a refresh and I'm literally making more Zephyr. So I don't know, man. I'm totally confused on what to do with my CPU miners. I think I might make a video on that too because it's kind of like, I wonder if anybody else is seeing that too. I have a 3900X and a 5950X, I think, that someone is generously sending me. And if I get those, I'll be making some videos on those. But I haven't bought any CPU mining rigs in quite a bit, actually. I'm still kind of holding, I have the two BC250s, the two 12-card rigs, and then I've got a total of 10 CPU miners between one 7900X, 8 3900Xs, one 5900X, and one 5800X. So I think that's 11. So I have a small farm, but I'm kind of confused at where to take it. Techman TV says unmineable still whatever to BTC. I mean, I guess that's not the worst thing too, right? Like just going unmineable or just selling your altcoins daily and converting to BTC. Like as long as you're profitable, who cares? That's something too, but I'm kind of all in on the I think spec coins will be more profitable than BTC at the end. But again, it's just what you want to do. Nerdbeast says he tried Cubic with about 10 CPUs and only hit one soul. CPUs are running too hot. Nerdbeast, did you undervolt? If you run the same undervolts that you will have on, say, Zephyr or even Raptorium, it'll work just fine. Ozzy, don't make a video on Tusk yet. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be putting my stuff on to make videos on. The CPU Guru Rabbit is streaming in 25 minutes. Oh, that's cool. Well, then I will definitely only run the stream till 1 o'clock and recommend everybody jump into Rabbit's stream, and maybe I'll jump on. I'm surprised he's doing a stream. A lot more people are doing streams during the day, which is fine. I got no problem only doing it for an hour and then leading into somebody else. We've got 31 people. Please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. I'll DM him. I'm actually going to DM him now and ask him if he's starting. Let me send him a text or a DM. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Chasing blocks on Quest and Zeph today. See, sometimes says. Zephyr says he didn't stream this weekend, so maybe that's why Rabbit's streaming. Nerdbeast says, I always set my voltages based on Zeph, but my issue is more related to the Texas heat. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hot right now. I'm going to go into my shed when I'm done this stream, and I'm going to check up on that as well. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely, everything is very interesting right now. I'm going to refresh my Cubic portal right now. I kind of want to see what I'm doing. So right now I have 12 BC250s and one 7900X. And my 7900X was down all weekend. But it just found a soul. So I found 3 souls between 345 ITS. So I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. 13 total active miners. I'll take it. That basically means that my BC250s basically have paid for themselves this week, and all the iron they were mining was pure profit. So that's kind of cool and interesting. I am typing up this week's schedule when I'm done as well, and I definitely think I need to do a BC250 video because there definitely is a little confusing on like what should you mine on those or not. So it's we're in a very, very interesting time talking about mining, right? I don't know. I was just reading some tweets while I'm talking to you guys, and it's definitely interesting to like looking at the Zephyr FUD. A lot of people are mad about it, and you should be, because people shouldn't be able to influence projects like that. And Son of the Tech actually tweeted that he thinks that might be one of the good things about Bitcoin is like, Satoshi is kind of like not here anymore. Whatever happened to him, we don't know. But that definitely keeps it interesting. J Rose says, streaming during the day gets you the EU audience. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people started doing it. I feel like I was the OG. I've been doing it for a bit, and it's been working out. And I definitely have seen some gains. So I'm definitely appreciative of it. And the wider audience that it brings. Sadie sometimes says, yesterday's solo mining on CPUs did very well for me, much better than pool mining. Solo gang. That's awesome. Ozzy says, Tusk for me has been more profitable than Zeph. Yeah, I heard about that. I might move over to it today. I will shoot some people some DMs and try to dig into it. Nerdbeast says, I was running 6 3900X, 2 7900X, 2 5900X, got one soul in about 4 days before I just shut off. With what I am making on Zell, it just did not make sense to keep the CPUs on Cubic. I get it, which is why my 3900Xs have been on Zealous. Because, like, I hit 2 souls last epoch on the 7900X. So my 7900X made me $27 in a week. So, like, if it didn't make me anything, it was okay. But had I made that on all of my CPUs put together, I would have been super pissed. So, like, spec mining on, like, hard cubic epochs, taking, like, a half of a BC250 rig and like a 7900X, it makes it okay if you don't hit anything. And if you do, it just makes it that much better. So Pirate says, never marry one coin, set a target, and work on the next. Yeah, that's a good point. I just think a lot of people don't know what they want to do. And if profitability is good, it's kind of hard to switch off. Like, I was making $100 a day last week on Zealous. Am I making $100 a day now? No, I think I'm more like 80. It looks like 85 to 90 right now, which still makes it okay, but the profitability is a lot worse. So I will be looking and floating on some new things later on today. Like, from 1 until I lose my childcare, I'll be tweaking my farm, getting a video filmed, and working on this week's schedule. So, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. What's up, Pure Crypto Bros? Thank you for joining us. Again, I think Rabbit is going live in about a few hours or 20 minutes. So I will plan on stopping the stream promptly at 1 o'clock, which is fine because I'm actually kind of beat. I was really busy this weekend. So, so yeah. Sorry, I was reading a tweet. I'm struggling a little bit today. It's weird. Sometimes you're on your streaming game and other times you're not. And I feel like right now I'm definitely struggling a little bit on my streaming game. It also doesn't hurt or help that I wasn't able to prepare as much as I would have liked for this stream. But moving on, I wanted to answer, I forget who asked me. I think I'm going to scroll back up in the chat. Zigminer asked me what my Elythium target is. So I don't have an Elythium target, if we're being honest. I think what I want to do is I'm going to buy as much Elythium as I can until it goes to like... I think if Elythium hits $3 again, I may stop. But I don't know. Like right now when it's in the sub 250 range, I'm buying as much Elythium as I can with my spare profits. Like I'm basically selling things. And I've even thought about selling out of some bags of coins. Again, none of this is financial advice. To buy more Elythium. Like I sold out of half of my Carlson. It wasn't much. It was like $70. Like because it just keeps going down. And I put it into Elythium because I was like, look, if Elythium does what I hope it will, and I hope it goes to, like, look, I'm not, again, this isn't financial advice, but if Elythium hits $30, 30 to $34 in, say, 5 months, like if we're in October and it's $34, then it's awesome. If we're in October and it's $4, then I still doubled my money buying it at under $2. If it doesn't do anything, then it's whatever. But like right now, I'm putting all of my profit eggs into Elythium. Like it is just Elythium. To me, and I could be wrong, but it just seems like we know ASICs are there because Goldshow already has one. The Bitmain ASICs are only a matter of time. Like if you look at, let's look at Elythium hash rate real quick. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but like this is what I want to talk about right now. Like if you look at this hash rate, we're at 833 terahash. So it keeps going up, which means more miners are on the network. And obviously more miners on the network is a good thing. Like if we look at the last month, no, let's go to the last 3 months. The network went from 185 terahash to 800. So from, I don't know, let's just go to March 20. Let's go to March 20th. So 2 months ago, the network was 198 terahash. Now we're at 883 terahash. So the network is 4x'd already. And I suspect by the time we hit July, this thing is going to be at like, I don't know, maybe 10 petahash. Could be wrong. But as the network goes up, it's just going to keep... Look, if the network goes up for these companies to sell these ASICs, this price has to go up. Like, I would think you're going to see in June or July, right? I think you're going to see between $4 and $6 lithium. I think you have to. Or people aren't going to buy the miners. So, you know, we'll see. Again, this is not financial advice, and I'm not an expert. But I feel like this is the closest thing to a safe bet short of Bitcoin in crypto right now as you're going to get. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, when are you dumping? Because this could end up like Casper where the price just stays up, or it could be total crap and it dumps to zero like Cadena. So like, what are you going to do? Like, I think for me, I don't know. I think I'm going to get out. I think I'm going to get mostly out at like 34 or 35 bucks. If it goes like, look, this is all FUD. This is all FOMO, me hoping it goes this high. Or not FOMO, like just... Bitcoin Christmas where you kind of just play for the best scenario. But I think somewhere between 20 and 30, I'm going to have to seriously look at dumping my bag of lithium, as I've just been literally buying as much of it as I possibly can right now. I'm going to catch up on Discord real quick. Let's see. Ozzy says 100% I mine what's most profitable and bug what coin I want. NerdB says it's weird because the one soul I got was from the 3900X. Solo mining is a lot harder than pool mining on Cubic, like anything else. But I feel like most of the time you're only solo mining on Cubic. Jersey Jedi asked if Wart was CPU only. It's not. You need a CPU and GPU. It's at the same time, like Zigminer said. Bob Single 45 is late. He says, I'm late to the party. Did someone say they got their AMD GPUs working on Xelis? And NerdB says that I made a video about using SRB and he recommended watching that. Based on that video, AMD on Zell is not ready for prime time. Yes, and what Nerdbeast said, 100%. Go watch the video. It's there and you can use it, but I don't think it's ready for prime time. Like a BC250 does less than what a 1660 Super does right now. So it's definitely not worth it. And Rabbit has confirmed he's streaming. So I'm just typing to Rabbit. I just told Rabbit I'm going to lead into his stream. So we have 14 minutes left on this stream. The Pirate says, this hash jump is nothing on Alf. Wait till the big ASICs get tested. Yeah, I'm with you, man. But like, people are asking if they should buy it or not. And look, I'm not a financial expert, but you want to keep. So here's the thing you want for a lithium. You need to see the hash rate keep going up. So like as GPU miners, right? None of us own a lithium ASICs. I certainly wouldn't recommend getting the gold shell ASIC. If Ice River makes a small one or something that could be profitable, like one of those things where it's like $30 a day, then down to $1, they might be worth playing with. I'll see if I can get them to send me one. Depending on what they're priced at, obviously. I did very, very well on the Caspa miners, but I got those kind of early. Like, they're still mining me about like $1, almost $2 a day on Cedra. Hold on, I'll tell you what they're making right now on Cedra. Those miners are making me about $2.18 a day for the 3 of them. So they're still making more than GPUs are making. But they were making I was making like $100 a day on all 3 at one point. Anyway, trying not to get sidetracked too much. You want this, like as a GPU miner now, our bags are got. We have what we have. We want the hash rate to go higher because it forces the price to go up or nobody's going to buy the ASICs. So like you want this hash rate to go, man, what is Caspa at right now? What is the Caspa hash rate at? The Caspa hash rate is at... I'll tell you what the Caspa hash rate is. Just give me a second. Caspa hash rate is at 245 petahash. Oh my goodness. I was mining it when it was 300 terahash. So we want it to get eventually to this high. Like, if you're looking at May 20th, so obviously a lithium doesn't scale 1-to-1 to Caspa. I think a lithium does about 2x what Caspa does. So Caspa was about 477 terahash. No, it was about 900 terahash on May of 2023. So last year. So we probably want a lithium. A lithium should probably be at like double this right now. It should probably be at like 2 petahash. But I don't know what's going on with Bitmain's miners, but they're coming. So when they come, they come. Let's see. Catching up. Is that FPGA farm still killing the network? Pure Crypto Bros ask. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. I will tell you, though, that I think it's killing RXD, though. If you look at Radiant right now. Look at this. And I'm getting Chipotle after this, guys. I don't mean to sidetrack you, but I'm actually excited. I don't have to stay on for more than 10 minutes because I'm getting out of here and I'm getting Chipotle. And then I'm going to come back and do my work for the day. It went down a little bit. It went from 213 terahash to about 184 terahash, but it's still not worth mining. Let's see. Bob Slinger says, thanks, confirms that I have the latest info. Yeah, man. Look, if anybody, I'm going to keep doing Zealous videos probably once a week. I seem to be one of the only ones doing it, and they do well. So I will be doing, like I said, today's will be an update video, and, it'll just ask you if you should mine it or not with new overclock settings and so on. So Pirate said, I buy the gold shell ASIC when they sell for 600. Yeah, like I said, with the lithium, if you can get kind of like a KS0 kind of thing early, before the hash rate explodes, you can take advantage of like the month or two of the price of the yield. And then if you hold with the price appreciation, you should do well. But we're talking like under $1,000. Like I told you, I have about 2,900 invested in my KS0s. and they've mined me about, let's just say 50,000 Caspa. And I mean, you can see what it's worth. Hold on, right now. So we can see about, let's say 55,000. I think they mined me about 55,000. So like I'm up. You can see what I'm up. I mean, I'm up I have $6,831 worth of Caspa. And I paid $2,900 on those things. And then they mine Bunga and Seadra. I have a ton of Bunga. I don't know what's going to happen with Bunga. Maybe Bunga's a rug pull. I don't even care. And they're making $2 a day in Seadra. So, like, they still make money. I'm going to mine with those things till they're probably dead. RXD devs say it has to be an ASIC. Look, I won't be upset if ASICs have whacked RXD, but the price really has to go up. And I have a big enough bag of RXD where I am content to just let RXD ride to where it's going to ride. I feel much more comfortable in a lithium ASICs than I do in Radiant, but I'm sure Radiant ASICs are coming. Nerdbeast says Chipotle for the win. Yeah, I need to start using their app actually and getting the rewards because Chipotle is really expensive. So I think I am going to do that actually. So I definitely appreciate you saying that, Nerdbeast. I don't live the closest to a Chipotle, but it's worth the drive. So I've got 8 minutes left. What do we want to talk about, guys? And like I said, Rabbit is starting in 8 minutes. I recommend you all jump over to him. He just confirmed what he's doing. It's 72 degrees. Looking at my farm, I've only got 2 GPUs running hot, so I'm pretty happy about that. And every one of them has pretty good uptime. I have a 3070 that keeps crashing on my on xelis. So I think I have to lower the... I think I'm going to lower the core offset. Gotta love doing that. I think I need to lower it to that. To 260. It was at 270. So I got to lower it. You end up with so many flight sheets as you have to adjust per rig. I'm going to reboot it. So you guys, I really hope you enjoy. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. I am running out of gas, but I will go until Rabbit stream. So I'll probably leave in like 5 minutes. Is there anybody? Let's do Q&A. Does anybody have any questions? So to recap this stream, if you're looking to scroll back and you're listening later, we talked about RXD and we talked about xelis and we talked about the new xelis Rigel miner and how it kind of warrants messing with your OCs a little bit. We talked about the hash rate increase and how mostly it seems to be just the Rigel miner updates. But it does look like we did have extra people this weekend. So time will tell on that. We talked about Zephyr and what we're CPU mining right now. And we talked a little bit about Cubic as well. We spoke about what you're going to do on CPU mining next and how I think I'm going to make a video about that. And then finally, we spoke about Lithium. Someone asked me what my Lithium bag, like what my number is. And I said, I don't have a number as far as Lithium. I said that I will be buying a Lithium until we get to about, say, $2.50 to $3. And then I'm not sure. It depends how rapid it goes up. If it looks like it's going up, daily and it's going to whack, it's going to double soon, I might buy some then. But I think once we get to about $3, I think that's when I'll probably hold off and I'll just rest on my laurels and see how much I can hopefully make on it. So that's basically what we did. We've got about, 2 minutes left. Anybody wants to ask questions, please let me know. Again, I feel like people are jumping over to Rabbit stream now, and I appreciate you doing that. And I'm actually thankful he's streaming because I'm going to be honest with you, I struggled to get through this one a little bit. I think I just still a little jet lagged for my trip, and I'm still getting into the swing of things. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm going to call it there. I really, really appreciate you guys jumping on. We had about almost 40 people. We're averaging between 35 to 40 people, so I'm really happy with that, especially for a small-time tuber like myself. Spread the word. Share my stream. Share it with your friends, please. We will be going live again Wednesday at noon and Friday, I think, at noon. Friday should be noon, although it might be a different setting, so stand by for that. It might be a surprise. So again, thank you for watching. Rabbit's coming on now. I would jump on his stream. And also remember that Hobbyist will be doing tomorrow at noon. So if you're looking for the same kind of stream, jump on Hobbyists. So again, guys, thank you for watching. Please smash that like, smash that sub button. Please, please, please share your channel. Watch my videos. Hit my like buttons. I am trying to grow as fast as I can. We are working on that. I'm trying to hit 4,000 subs. Let me take you over to my channel. Again, we are trying to whack. We're almost at about 3,800 subs. So please help me smash that like button. I've got a lot of good videos also. If you haven't watched a lot of them, please feel free to check out my channel and see all the videos I do. I don't do just GPU mining. I like to do news and rumors about GPUs as well, and I don't like to talk too much about coins. I only like to talk about them in terms of hardware. All this lithium talk is a little bit of a push for me, but none of it's financial advice, and it's just me kind of sharing what I think my good spec plays are. Alright guys, so we got about 4 minutes to Rabbit Stream. I'm going to get out of here. Again, please hit that like, please hit that sub button. Please interact with my channel as much as you can. I very, very much appreciate it. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. And I will see you later with another xelis video. I'll have updated overclocks, and I will see you on Wednesday at noon for streaming. Take care, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. Peace. Enjoy Rabbit Stream.